lot of abilities to attack the backline, these immobile carries in the Taliyah and the Misfortune. You can throw the Ahri Charm, you can throw that Nautilus ulti and have the Killer Instinct come right over the top and have, 1xN kind of wreak havoc into that backline here. What?
Oh, that's a good start.
What? What? I was waiting for the Gyos. Hey, you want to step up to this brush? No, I don't think so.
All right, Charm Flash for Satesab helps secure it. Kill over to 1xN. That's the best place it can go. Xiaohongren, again, pretty green jungler that we have. Going to get invaded upon. And Shadow, see if he keeps it up. As he does have some top push from the Gwen.
Looks like the smite is secured by Xiaohongren though, and now it is a full-on 2-on-2. Hoya coming in, gets exhausted by Sheer. I don't think that's going to really stop what ThunderTalk want to do in this situation. Now Sheer has to dash in himself, potentially here. Another one becomes Lightning comes through, but Sheer just going to be the target. And Xiaohongren picks up the first kill. Flash away from Shadow, but Xiaohongren is not done. Looking for one more W to try to land that stun. The execute damage on the Q could be there. And the rookie jungler's got himself a double kill in the Feats of Warfare for TT.
Not in position to contest this unless he wants to burn an R, and that doesn't look to be the case at the moment. Again,
so seems to be
okay.
maybe some of that experience showing
Never mind.
here. As it is Shadow to pick up one of these grubs, but so now things are getting a little bit weird. We have the teleport down already for Care, so now it looks like FPX want to just brute force the rest of these grubs down. So ThunderTalk are sending their bot lane up here as well as Hoya, who has that priority. Here comes the Grand Starfall and a really nice equalizer already coming through for the Rumble. Jway in a lot of trouble. Awesome getting knocked up here by Xiaohongren. The Killer Instinct comes forward from 1xN, but Hoya is getting low, and Hoya will also go down. Awesome gets taken down. It's a 2-for-1 overall here for ThunderTalk, and another hook goes wide here from Feather. Satap still has 2 procs of the Spirit Rush, looking for another charm. We'll find it on a Shadow. Will there be enough follow-up damage? The seismic shove goes in on a Feather, and the Nautilus is taken down, making it even fight again here for FPX. Looks like the health bars are on their side, so they could continue the chase. Xiaohongren is very low, and so will not be around to continue his fight for the grubs.
Yeah, the re-engage from Satesab, I mean, I think he can get away with that play, but no one else can, as the Taliyah rocks, making sure that the line is held, and will be 3 grubs for FPX, as ThunderTalk, they're the stronger team at that fight. We saw them prove it early on in the fight, but played that fight a little bit too long, lost out on the neutral objectives, so will be the Dragon trade in their favor, but don't think that they played that fight as well as it could have been. If they played that a little bit better and maybe didn't take rotation coming out, ThunderTalk, they got the bot wave in, looking for Care's Flashless.
Oh, nice charm comes through, but a really nice seismic shove to follow. It doesn't matter though, as Care will still go down. 1xN claiming the kill. Shadow with the one becomes Lightning, gets barrier to block it, but it still will be the kill going over. A 2-for-1 overall here for ThunderTalk as they continue to find advantages here off the back of Satab's Ahri. Up with by the Killer Instinct from 1xN from far range is definitely a good sign. And speaking of those, we're going to see a bit of a play down here in the bottom lane as Care gets charmed up once again by Satab. The phase rush actually sends him flying straight into the Pantheon as Xiaohongren gets another nice kill on the bot side.
Yeah, good play. Both flashes burned there by ThunderTalk. It was a really good flick by Care, actually. That connected pretty much frame perfect with Xiaohongren on the drop. But not enough, as you called it out, Grapes. The ability to make plays inside is really good for ThunderTalk's comp, and a nice one there is, yeah, they lose out on the Rift, but hey, first turret secured and Feats, and I think something that hasn't really been talked about with this season enough, Grapes, is Feats really did get buffed up with the secure, those boots being 250 gold cheaper, and still
want to continue to stack those up as they're now really in position to do well in this game. Speaking of, Xiaohongren going very aggressive on a Shadow, but he gets knocked up by Jway, going to get singled out, likely falling here in this situation as the collapse from Plus Phoenix is just too big. Satap comes in with the teleport, he might be paying for it with a couple of summoner spells being blown. Just going to be that Spirit Rush used, I believe.
No, he has ult up. I misspoke there. I couldn't tell on the graph if it was still coming off cooldown or not. Unfortunately, Xiaohongren making a mistake we've seen from...
Oh, what a play! The charm combined with the dredge line from Feather, and they want more. There comes the depth charge. It's in onto the Taliyah. Killer Instinct forward here for 1xN as well. But look at Sheer on the back line, doing a lot of damage with the needlework already. And now we're playing Australian mode here in the mid lane. 1xN behind everybody on Flux Phoenix will get singled out. It's a double kill in for Sheer as FPX begin their crawl back here in this game number 1.
And that was a good find onto Awesome, but the rest of that fight just unwarranted for ThunderTalk as their ults were down outside of Satab. Yes, 1xN able to go in and finds the execute, but You can see the fear of once Kaisa dives in, burns that killer instinct. This has been a common theme for him, just being disconnected. Or not able to really find the right plays. I've seen him overkill a lot of times too. Overkill, of course, when you burn too many tools to secure a kill. I think that's been a common trend with his gameplay too. So Thunder Talk feels like without Beishuan still kind of missing that leader, missing that shot caller, and we for sure have seen them overextend a few plays that were unwarranted in this match so far. Great.
Played a really good early game here, actually, for Thunder Talk to start things off, and so a bit of a mistake that could cost them, especially because FPX have that scaling team comp, and they're going to go for another engage here as Sheer is really powerful now on this Gwen, fully coming online and taking down one, and Satap will fall as the second. Shadow picking that up, and FPX win another fight. They pick up 2 more kills with the Otacon about to spawn.
Now secures on the new patch, but it's a pretty good one. Really does help you snowball the game in some of these fights. I know that slow field is significant that you get after takedowns, so will be secured now for FPX as they get those bonus roses and
get picked off in solo queue. Maybe not going to be happening as much here in the LPL. It's just see all 5 members of FPX stacking up as 5 as a singular unit to take down that tier 2 turret. They know that that is where they're at their strength.
In the side lane, but they're really far behind now. Shadow continues to be so big this game.
He's huge 14. Right onto 1xN there, as we have the dragon spawning in 20 seconds, so that's why this fight has erupted, but we're getting double teleports coming in. Satap immediately sees the Spirit Rush to escape. Xiaohan Gren in a very bad position as all 5 of FPX collapse upon him and collect the first casualty of this team fight. Satap still has 2 more procs of the Spirit Rush, going to dash forward, try to land a charm on a Shadow. The Equalizer comes out, but the Crescent Guard's going to buy a lot of time. There's Jue with a 3-man Pulverize. Could have tried to buy a little bit of time here for the gap to close here for FPX. Awesome's bullet time not doing enough, and the Ignite from Feather will shut Jue down.
It is only a Smite available for FPX, so Thunder Talk would have to try and win this without.
God, that picked up by Shadow.
Really scary.
Here comes Sheer. He has the hollowed mist. Going to be very powerful here. Dredge line goes wide. It's a teleport from Hoya. Not going to find any results. So FPX.
But this one's all FPX. Just feels like their champions have kind of outscaled or outmatched.
But it picked off Care. 1xN coming forward with the killer instinct. Down. Gret smites him to the heavens and takes Care down to start off that fight. A really nice engage set up here by TT as they now have a numbers advantage underneath the mid lane tier 1 turret.
Yeah, I actually would have liked if FPX tried to hit that. The waves are bad across the map right now for Thunder Talk, but that was a really risky Baron. That was never going to be. They got a TP out of Care, but that's interesting. I feel like this just gives Dragon over to FPX.
Unless they force a play. Yeah, it looks like Feather starting the engage initially, but Jue with the Pulverize combined with that bullet time from Awesome will take Feather down. Sheer jumps over the Raptor pit, looking to try to take down 1xN. The exhaust is already on top of me. It's a killer instinct defensively, and now Xiaohan Gren is on the run without a flash. Could be in a lot of trouble here. Could be the second kill to go down here for Fun plus Phoenix. Satap trying to dash in, trying to find an assassination, but it's FPX that assassinated him right back. Care gets the kill. It's a 3-0 for Fun plus Phoenix.
That TP from Satap, I know that he wasn't in the fight, but I feel like that really opens up FPX to actually take the fight itself. So like TPing top like that, 20 seconds before Dragon, not exactly sure what we're doing as Thunder Talk. And walking into the top side, you're opting into walking into a 5v4. We saw how late Satap joined the fight and still went down. So a disconnected Thunder Talk gets punished. A really nice flash engage from Jue on his second round of cooldowns there, so we'll give him some credit, but I just don't think that was ever a fight that Thunder Talk could win. Guaranteed to be down a man, and Satap trying to save it in the back half just ends up R-ing through Talia and dies. And that, I think that just spells the doom of the game here, Grapes, as FPX should be able to clean things up.
Yeah, the Baron power play doing a lot so far. They've gotten that mid lane inhibitor. They're looking towards that tier 3 up in the top lane. Still a 5v5 though on the map, and looks like Thunder Talk are going to have to go sooner rather than later. They're looking for the fight around the mid lane, but Feather already chunked very low, gets knocked up at the 3-talent strike, should get taken down, and there goes Xiaohan Gren on the backside of things as well. That should do it here in this game for Fun plus Phoenix. They withheld, they withstood the pressure, and they're going to stand and deliver here in game number 1. On the Nexus Towers they go. It is the carries alive for Thunder Talk. Can they find some sort of miracle around their own base? The first Nexus Tower is down. Hoya overheated. Here goes Shadow, trying to find a knockup, but not just yet. 1xN dashing forward, trying to find the kill on the Shadow. The Nexus is now exposed though. It's a 2v3, and the minions are going to do some work as well. The Nexus will fall, and Fun plus Phoenix will complete the comeback and take game 1.
Thunder Talk, again, have a composition where early on, they can make some waves. The ability for the Vi Orianna and the Orianna Rakan to find these big combos could be big, but the onus is on Thunder Talk to get ahead early and actually snowball.
And just like playing really well so far, I would say.
Yeah, a good answer on the roam from Jue, as I thought Seitab was about to walk into his demise, but it's not the case. And positive here, as of course 1xN, because he won out on the health bar war. Will spot the red not being up, drop a sneaky control ward, and that's an early level 6 and a potential look onto a 1xN who is still down both summoner spells and does not have access to level 6 Desire yet.
Feather only has that heal. No flash available here. Care joining the fight as well. Crash down connects onto 1xN. A ton of damage before the Lilting Lullaby even comes through. They still find the sleep on a Feather, and Care will finish the job. Top side though, the trade will be the Grubs going over to Xiaohan Gren, and
this is a good answer.
Pick up a good chunk of them.
Yeah, I think they get all three. This is a good answer from Thunder Talk. Just given the timing of the bot lane play, opportunity to actually sneak in, take these Grubs away. Which will be very valuable for Thunder Talk. I did like how they swapped the Xayah and the Rakan out after that play. Again, Sion does get his 1v2, but hey, at least they were able to secure all three Grubs as Lilia. We'll see if she's able to actually get into that bot side jungle of Xiaohao Gren. Keep in mind that last series, or last sequence that we saw.
It kind of ring true. Right now it's Thunder Talk starting up this dragon. Here comes that hot soup right down into 1xN onto the back line. But look at the response for TT. They're going for a dive of their own. Shadow will fall. Both junglers are down to open up the fight. But now Sheer still in the back line. And 1xN still holding on to the Featherstorm. Forced the flash away. The force shot about to be issued and just being dodged away from by the Featherstorm of the Xayah. Seitab will die in the mid lane as the rest of FPX chase him down. As it's overall a 2-for-1 across the map that FPX will take control of.
That was a good execute onto Shadow from Thunder Talk for the back half of that fight as he was disconnected thanks to a really good ult from Sheer. And now TT with no ultimates up, they just get forced out. I will say Thunder Talk, they do have some longer cooldowns on their ultimates too, so definitely something that FPX can play around.
Around this Rift Herald, as it is Thunder Talk to start it up. Sheer in the area could send the Unstoppable Onslaught in shortly, but it looks like that Herald will actually get secured by Xiaohan Gren. However, here comes Sheer, dashing forward with the ultimate. Going in into the backline, though, is Hoya with the public execution, and Shadow is once again one-shot. It's another trade of the junglers, 1-for-1, and Shockwave just barely going wide. Jue feeling lucky for himself, as he will dodge away from that one, but the Herald does go over to Thunder Talk.
Point and click from the Vi. I think that's another step in the right direction for FPX again, securing this game. As they already have the lead, and for me, they have all the scaling in the world in this match, so it's going to be a tough one.
We continue to try to find these picks. They use the Herald at the top lane, and they'll find the kill on the Sheer. And nicely done by Xiaohan Gren to send himself into the Herald to make sure that he's not in danger of that passive coming through here from Sheer. They're going to get the second tower, I think, too.
Yeah, if that eye gets hit by the zombie Sion, I think it would have been a dead Herald. The fact that Herald connects means that it's an inner. That's a nice gold injection there for Thunder Talk. As a good play there from Xiaohao Gren and Seitab.
Shot out, so no ultimate available anymore here for the Sion. As a lot of cooldowns were burned before this dragon spawn. Seitab, oh no, Seitab, we are completely out of position. He's got the flash over this wall more than likely to try to keep himself alive, and he will do so as the dragon is started up by FPX.
Yeah, I think they're looking at mid-outer at the moment. They at least got the wave in as Xiaohao
We're going for a play. Here comes a huge magnet storm from Jue, combined with the lilting lullaby. All of Thunder Talk are put to sleep. It's already 2 kills picked up here for Fun Plus Phoenix, and 2 more surely to follow as Xiaohan Gren gets knocked up, taken down. It's another kill going over to Shadow as he picks himself up a triple kill.
I mean, goodbye, good night, Thunder Talk. I think that's just game for FPX, given the scaling they have in their comp, as Xiaohao Gren taking that Q into a control-warded brush, and Thunder Talk just blindly walking into FPX, set up for Jue to find another massive combo on the Rel, immediately followed up upon by Shadow, as the 4-man Magnet Storm into the Lilting Lullaby obliterated any chance that Thunder Talk had taking that fight, and frankly taking this game for me, as FPX doing their best to Steph Curry style put him to sleep.
Yeah, right as it looked like Thunder Talk are coming back into this one. FPX said night-night, as you say, Cubby. It was that E that was just all set up by Jue, sending them straight next to each other. Really nicely done.
On that one. That was good catch. And Feather should be able to get out. Oh, wait, no, locked down.
Yeah, that tower goes down, and so does Feather. Another kill going towards Fun Plus Phoenix, as they are really having a good time here in this mid-game. seemed like the early game was maybe going TT's way or maybe where they were advantaged, but now Fun Plus Phoenix, their scaling really starting to come online.
Yeah, again, I really feel like this comp with Thunder Talk, you had to take off, you had to play really fast. I just haven't seen that from them. As FPX put the finishing touch to this one. We'll say Otacon's at half and Hoya has an angle.
It's a desperation move. Will it find some success here? Feather doing a nice job to peel, actually, as Hoya does have a nice angle, forcing Assume to cancel that curtain call. Shadow's already chunked out, forcing a Golden with the Seeker's arm guard, and will have to flash away once more. 1xN, though, is getting targeted as the Otacon is ripping Thunder Talk to shreds. Sheer flashing forward, picking up another kill. Hoya getting caught up in the Magnet Storm, but Jway is going to survive. The crash down will keep him alive for just a little bit longer, and enough time to allow for FPX to finish off the ace.
Yeah, a bit of a desperation play there from Thunder Talk is they didn't see that graph at the start of the game and think that they had an advantage later on, that's for sure. That one looked a little bit desperate. Frankly, can't blame them at this point. As the Otacon started, team melted pretty fast. Otacon definitely with a nice little assist there in helping FPX find that 5-for-2 fight, but again, I think Sion Lilia has really emerged as a dominant topside combo that we have on this patch and in the LPL Graves. I will say I think Lilia is a little bit weaker on this patch.
Back, but not nearly enough here for Thunder Talk. As time's running out, especially on Feather, who just died off screen out of the replay. I feel like we kind of know what happened there. Don't need to go back and necessarily watch that one again. As FPX really dominating the map at this point of this game number 2.
Oh, no, here we go.
Replay. Oh yeah, surely I can face check my jungle. Nope.
Yeah. Well, hey, at least Feather saved the flash, as he's gonna need it for a super play coming up here. If there is any hope for Thunder on this one.
Yeah. Well, let's play the cope game a little bit. Saytap has the second item, picks up the needlessly large rod. I mean, that shockwave's gonna hurt.
The shockwave have been invisible so far, which has been my biggest issue. Uh-oh, hot soup.
Yeah. Time for dinner. Here comes Sheer, dashing in with the unstoppable onslaught. And onto the back line, Xiaohan Gren goes, but Jway is buying so much time, forcing the carries to go on to him, and the Rel just barely goes down, as the Leandris and Saytap will be able to do the job, but the back line from Fun Plus Phoenix is still untouched. Feather and Saytap are near 1 HP, and 1xN might be able to get there soon. Everyone's still alive. The Deadly Flourish takes down Feather, and 3 more kills go FPX's way.
Where the finish they had just by qualifying for Split 1 playoffs, that top 8, that's the best finish that Thunder Talk has ever had in the LPL in any split.
Nirvana actually for Split 3 as well, so that's kind of what's on the line here. We're still seeing a little bit scrapping here. The Baron has spawned, not going to be started up just yet. A 2-man decimating smash comes out from Sheer, as this Sion just refuses to go down in any meaningful capacity. Curtain call gets opened up just to zone people away, as FPX just doing a really good job controlling the map.
I mean, also killed that singular mage creep again. Don't discount that. Shadow goes golden early for Xiao Gran. Oh, good
and
flash.
He flashes away. 2 ultimates used for nothing. And Sheer will flash in to pick up the kill onto Xiaohan Gran. Another knockup will land. And this should be the finishing touches on this game number 2. 1xN and Saytap, the lone survivors. Kara goes in with the Valkyrie, looking in to try to finish the job out of the carries. The 4th shot comes in from Awesome. And it's been an awesome 2-0 here for Fun Plus Phoenix. Looks like not going to be the end of the game just yet, as they do not have a minion wave, but it will certainly be the Baron going down.
Really, we assume would be a tune-up game for them. Of course, these are the 2 longest loss streaks that we have active in the LPL after NIP's win yesterday. 2 deaths early on. He's done everything in his power to not have more. He's been the target of all the tools of Thunder Talk. He's been able to navigate around them. Now it's Awesome's turn.
Okay, here comes the full man dive onto Awesome. They do shut him down here, so Thunder Talk finally get one back. But look at Jway. He's buying so much time in his front line, and already Xiaohan Gren has gone down. The Shockwave finds 3, but there's just not enough damage just yet. 1xN has the lethal Tabassari as the Conqueror prompt, looking to try to continue this fight. But it's already a 2-for-1 in favor of FPX, with the Baron buff still in their hands. The slow lands onto 1xN, so does the Swirl Seed. The Lilting Lullaby comes out. It forces 1xN to pop that Feather Storm a little bit early, and he will get shut down as Care finishes off with the Gatling gun. Into the mid lane they go. Fun Plus Phoenix looking to close out this game and break open the base.
Really great movement by Shadow, getting away from the Feathers, as again 1xN doing his damnedest this game, just not even close to being enough. Utilizing their solo queue data.
You have beef with this robot, dude.
Thunder Talk's comp was better late. I have so much beef with that. Breaks every rule I know for League of Legends in the last 5 years. Jway is going to get hunted at least.
This should be him going down, but I've seen crazier things before. He's going to pop the Magnet Storm, buy a lot of time. Jway on the Great Escape, and here comes the reinforcements. It's going to be Jway surviving, and ThunderTalk once again on the run as they've been throughout this entire series as FunPlus now going for another fight on to Hoya. And it looks like that will be the Mbessa falling, and here comes that choo-choo train. It's a double kill in for Care. Hextech Soul not even needed, as it's just the bot lane left alive. Lilting Lullaby comes down to the 1xN. He doesn't have that Feather Storm just yet. He will get woken up to watch the rest of his base crumble by the wayside. It's a full ace picked up for FunPlus as they get back in the win column here in the second round robin by 2-0ing ThunderTalk.
No Hextech Soul, but they do pad the KDAs. And a good tune-up game for FPX's, man, Care dropping a nuke on the map with the 12-0-12.
Set themselves up a very bruisery composition. They're going to want to scrap. They're going to want to fight kind of these long extended team fights here. And they have a lot of semi-globals to also get it done. Yeah, it's going to be a very risky gank if it does not go well, but they know PP God does not have any summoner spells, so they can go straight onto the cow. Third knockup will be available here for Kanavi, and he will find it for first blood to top Esports. The response is a gank in the mid lane for Aki and Doinby, but they are only able to burn the flash of Cream.
You are pretty much leaving that dragon uncontested, going over to NIP. Kanavi has no interest in walking into this river whatsoever.
So some time to go for the grubs, and also time for solo kill to maybe find one of those onto Jackie Love. Already has the flash away, but solo kill has a lot of damage still to work with and just refuses to go down. The big beefy Scion picks up from the 1v1 kill, but all of a sudden that 1v1's become a 1v2 as 369 and Chris have arrived. Solo kill will try his best to clear out this wave, but he's going to be very happy with this situation. A good death overall, as some Europeans would like to say, as solo kill gets on the board for NIP.
Interested into taking that, and Jackie Love was left all alone, overextended, but it ends up getting punished. As Doinby has got to burn his flash right here to get away from a Talia W. But again, these are the situations that make you question Top Esports as like the top team of the LPL. They had no business like getting Jackie Love killed right there for once, and two, moving to contest a dragon that was never theirs.
They will eventually get all three grubs off of that place. Kanavi's able to grab those, but it comes at the cost of Leave picking up 2 plates for himself. Is going for the on-hit Varus build with that Blade of the Ruined King going to come in first, so we'll help him a little bit in terms of dishing out some additional damage. Chris going to get caught out here by everybody of NIP. It's 3 members collapsing upon the realm to take her down, and now Kanavi is going to be the next target as Top Esports just overstaying their welcome. 5 members in the mid lane for NIP are going to get themselves the Feat of Warfare.
They want to stop the stacking. TP's going to come through from 369 to push down that bot lane wave, as Crispy's shadowing Cream over on the top side to not get dived. There is plenty of vision in general, as you mentioned, over on the top side of the map for NIP. Of course, trying to keep Leave alive at this point. He does have a couple.
Group has looked like just random teams beating random teams. As looks like Doinby might get caught out here a little bit. He steals with the Crescent Guard, but I don't know if it's going to buy him enough time. He jumps over the Weaver's wall, but he's going to get flicked right back by the seismic shove, and Jackie Love will pick up the kill.
Actually, the knock-up right there did not allow him to flash from the side of Doinby. I don't think NIP do have much business in looking up this river to try and contest, as User Solo Kill has positioned himself in the river to try and do the full run from bot to top with the ultimate, but it's not going to be the case. He's going to return down the bot lane to push out the wave.
So that's just a big swing of things for Top Esports. Not only do they get the kill on the Doinby, they pick up the Rift Herald, and they'll likely break open this top lane tier 1 turret that will get them first turret, that will get them the full feats of strength. And overall, Top Esports feeling very good about where this game is once again. That lead jumping back up to 2K.
To back from the side of NIP, mind you though, Top Esports have 2 really big teamfight disruptors. Hold up.
Yeah, there's that Scion immediately making an impact as there comes that Beef Squad once again down to the bot lane. They shut down 369 and pick up another kill for NIP. Response though for Top will be popping that Rift Trail for Kanavi in the mid lane. They're going to try to break open this tier 1. They will be able to do that successfully, but they are losing waves in their side lanes as we speak as well.
Yeah, great pick right here from NIP. They are going to pay with the mid lane tower, as you mentioned as well. Really quick response from Top 69. So unfortunately for Top Esports, they're going to lose their bot lane tower. However, again, from NIP, grabbing those kills early on Pantheon, on Scion, to try and snowball further towards that late game is actually super, super key. As you see, first items are starting to come through for everyone. Inventory, Last Whisper instantly purchased. Into Lord Dobbs, like, try to break the armor before the armor bundles up onto the Scion, right? As, they're walking solo kill.
So lands that decimating smash, but it's immediately going to get dashed on here by Kanavi. The Weaver's Wall is big by splitting Leave up for the rest of his team. The Magnus Storm will find 2 from Chris, but not a ton of damage so far really dealt just yet for Top Esports, and it's solo kill to pick up the first one here. It's traded back as the bullet time will take down the Scion, and it's 1-for-1 overall so far in this fight. Doinby has the flash with the seismic shove. Aki lands a nice stun. Doinby steals away the Crescent Guard and is able to pick up the kill on Kanavi. PP God jumps in with a 2-man pull, and now Ninjas and Pyjamas are starting to come back here in this fight. Doinby will drop, and 369's Burning Leaf down to the back end of things. It is a wild one here around the Dragonside River, but Top Esports will come out on top. It's a double for 369, and PP got the lone survivor. It was a close fight, all things considered, but overall, at the end of the day, it was Top Esports to come out on top. You have to give a lot of credit to 369 on the Rumble there, doing a ton of damage, burning down Leave, specifically on the back end of things. And then the rest of the Beef Squad, not really as beefy as we're hoping them to be, as Dragon already has been picked up for top, but now NIP want to try to complete the collapse. Teleport came in from Doinby. They're looking for Chris. He's going to be able to jump for the wall with the crash down. Solo kill. Kind of 1v3ing at this point, but he's going to get flicked right back with the seismic shove. Equalizer comes out. It's the one that was stolen away, I believe, by Doinby. And so it means that NIP are going to get out with their lives, but it's overall Top Esports happy about things because they were able to pick up the Dragon.
Pick up the Dragon and they drive NIP out. But
Oh,
Cream now.
Cream's completely caught out. He gets set up by the abscond abduct of Doinby, and the piercing arrow from Leave will take him down here. Now here comes Chris. Oh, there's a really nice Magnus Storm combined with the Equalizer. The Wombo combo will just burn Leave down from 2 screens away. But look at the back line. It's Doinby and Aki doing some work as well, but the work is just not enough. 369 is massive on this Rumble. Overheated onto Aki, getting himself the double kill, and now it's only PP got left alive. Chris gonna try to stun him down. There goes Kanavi, and it's a full ace picked up here for Top Esports. For, as you mentioned, he's 3,000 gold ahead of the Scion at this point. Just a massive player in this game. And now they're going to look for another fight. Here goes Cream. A really nice seismic shove will find 2. The blast cone away is not going to save Pipigata. Kanavi will then pick it up. Another 2 kills go the way of Top Esports as they're starting to run away here with this game.
Again, that top side of the map has been absolutely stellar. The disruptive abilities from Kanavi to break apart the fights, not allow NIP to front to back. 369 has had incredible flanks. I believe he's found Leave every single fight. Talking about Leave though.
He dodged away from the shove, but here comes 369 with the Equalizer. That's not fair. As you can see the start of that power, the Thornbound Otacon, just a little bit on display here as they take down the Leave in the top side. Here comes the response though from NIP. They sent their top side down bottom lane to try to take down Jackie Love, but Kanavi is too big. He's going to try to solo out Aki and will do so successfully. Finally, Doinby with the stolen away Magnus Storm will take it down Jackie Love, but now the rest of the team has arrived. Cream coming with a TP, going to try to save the day here for his squad, but Doinby is starting to come online as well, and NIP find a fight right back.
All this gold lead is primarily on the Rumble, so the fact that Rumble could not join was the key factor for NIP to press their W buttons forward. Doinby is hearing you. He's like, hey, since Rumble is joining for this fight and it's only going to be sole point for Top Esports, might as well push the top side of the map. It's a bit uncontested right now, so he gets to get a level 16 onto his Sylas, 3 points onto his ultimate ability. Gain a bit more gold through that push that he had over on the top side, grabbing the tower as well. So a little bit of gold influx.
Yeah, because we mentioned the way NIP want to play the game. Not a ton of protection for Leave. It takes the Scion are dashing forward like this onto Jackie Love, but it's responded to with a huge Magnus Storm from Chris combined with that bullet time. It's bursting down the front line of Ninjas in Pyjamas. They've already lost 2, and now it's Doinby stuck in the middle of everything with the Crescent Guard. Leave just gets bursted instantaneously. Doinby popping the Zonies, but it's far too late. Top Esports dominate the fight that Ninjas in Pyjamas started, and they'll find themselves the Baron as a reward.
See, that's the magic of Jackie Love, everyone. You think he's inting, he's not inting. It's a call an ambulance, but not for me incident. They overextend, it's too far close to the tower. Top Esports were around, instantly respond to it.
Melt.
Look at this Rumble, he's level 17. PP God is level 12. He's 5 levels up on the support on the other side. 3 items, Hourglass coming back up. He's got his upgraded boots. 369 is an absolute monster on the Reef right now. Cream is going to push in that mid lane wave as well, so they can have 2 sides of pressure for the side of Top Esports. So now, one wave got burned. They're going to wait for the other one so they can shift a little bit of that pressure towards that mid side. However, majority of top esports is going to group up over in the bot lane because that is much easier to join with Weaver's Wall as well. Next wave is coming through. The top esports is going to walk it up.
Yep, that inhibitor tower already just melting. The inhibitor likely to follow here in the bot lane. There's another wave of supers, or Baroned up minions, I should say, cruising down the mid lane as we speak as well. Still so much time on this Baron power play, and NIP gonna have to do something quickly. Otherwise, the game is just going to end. Their base is going to be in disarray, and they're going to try to do something here with the Grand Starfall and the Unstoppable Onslaught, but it only finds Chris so far. The bullet time is once again huge, but there's a big knockup that comes through from PPGod. Will it be enough to save the fight here for NIP? Leave gets caught up, and Cream was still untouched on the back line, and the answer to that, her first question, was undoubtedly no. NIP looked for the angle, but they weren't able to find it. They pick up 4 kills, and top esports are still marching down the mid lane, and they're going to end this game.
That TP coming through as well for 369, coming back to seal the deal. His 4th item in the inventory, and only Aki left alive to defend the base.
Not going to be able to do so. Blocking a little bit of damage. The seismic shove comes through. And a clinic in game number 1 here for top esports, proven why they're the #1 team here in the LPL, making a statement game 1 win over NIP. Can be Renekton favorite if you are able to utilize your shield break on the W correctly, especially if Kanavi can get involved up there as well. I really like this top esports team composition, Trouble. I don't know about you. Already some early trading here as 369 actually started things off in the bot lane, and Cream's gonna join as well. Oh my goodness, Leave is just dead. What a interesting setup here for top esports to find themselves first blood.
The jungle clear as well, having your jungles on the tops of the map, you can stay relatively safer. Both flushes up for here for Leave and PPGod. Let's see if Kanavi can get in with those summoner spells.
Yeah, Chris lands the root here onto the Milio. Kanavi is here first. The Maokai is on the way. Remember, both summoner spells still available for Leave. Chris is taking very low. The twisted advance comes through, and NIP pick up the first kill of the exchange. Now it's Kanavi and Jackie Love with full health bars, but now on the run. There comes a nice Ultra Mega Fire Kick. Jackie Love shifting forward, trying to take down Leave, but Leave will live, and Jackie Love will go down 2-0 NIP. That's fun.
And that's again an excellent start for the bot side of NIP. With the help of Aki, of course, on this Maokai. Now, I just want to remind right here that even though they have had such a great start, top esports are still ahead in terms of gold. The Scream has been doing fantastically well, Chovy.
Too focused on that instead. Targeting potential kills onto Leave PPGod. Remember, Leave now doesn't have any summoner spells. Gonna get targeted immediately, but here comes Aki with that Nature's Grasp. The culling will come through, and the feats of warfare are picked up by NIP, and they're gonna take down Kanavi next. Aki biding his time and showing up at the perfect moment to set up a double kill for Leave. At the very least, as they're gonna start up the grubs here. Kanavi gets spotted by a ward, so we'll have to play a little bit more defensively. Top esports definitely want to try to contest this, and they're sending a lot of members up here. Aki smites away the second one. It might just be that last remaining grub that top esports can try to connect, unless they look for the fight instead. Kanavi flashes forward, but the impale doesn't find anybody. As the breath of life here for PPGod, gonna keep everybody on NIP out and healthy, so it will only be the one grub traded back to top.
Oh, actually, another clever thing about the melee right here, it cleanses counter ult, right? Unless you're in it.
I believe so.
So that's a really cool tool right here. Aki right there again. This time Kanavi has been spotted and he knows it, so I feel like this is the time where you put your hands up, you don't pull the dive.
They're going for it.
They are going for the
They're sending
dive.
Cream in as well. The public institution comes down. Nature's Grass finds 2. Nobody taking tower aggro so far. But here comes Dominus. Has been popped. And 369 going to try to just clear out the wave. Doinby's ulti goes wide. But it's not going to matter all too much. The Crocodile will be the sacrifice most likely. Solo kill gets the kill. Although he gets some help from the rest of his team.
What is going on? Back up now, but he's heading towards the tops of the map. And NIP might actually look. There's no fake contest this. Try to push top esports out. But
yeah,
it's going to give it away. They don't have the numbers.
Cream had the push in the bot lane. Weave had to respond to that. Aki didn't have the Nature's Grasp. So all that does result in top esports picking up that second dragon, despite the fact that there was a numbers advantage technically.
Better and better for them. I mean, this is your perfect timing to fight, right? No second item on Lucian. You've got that 24 on Ezreal. First item's completed everywhere for top esports. You're looking to force something, but forcing it in a plain open field where NIP can actually dance around with all the Milio shields and speed ups is just so hard to pin anyone down. And once they got the Milio, there was also no damage. Now, Cream under pressure here. Aki's looking for a dive. The TP flank is coming through.
yeah, here comes 369. He actually never had to burn that teleport. Now he has it. They go for the kill on to Doinby. He already flashes away, but the slice and dice comes through. There's no Seraph shield or anything, and so Doinby will burst down just like that as 369 gets himself his first kill of the game.
Oh boy, one Scream shows up in the top lane as well. Doinby TPs in to give numbers advantage. Once NIP see the Azir over in the top lane, they can actually pressure the issue, get that mid lane tower, get that dragon as well for free. The most Scream can actually respond with here is potentially just taking that top lane tower up for himself. I feel like top esports right here are willing to drop some bits of the map because they know they're ahead in gold and try to feed the Azir potentially onto that side lane as quickly as possible to that second item. We talked about as Scream is going to have a lot to say as seeing Leave with Infinity Edge completed, heading towards Scream over in the top lane of the map.
It's interesting to see him Leave be the one to join his team at the play. That means that one of the strongest players for NIP is not here for potential skirmish around the dragon. Aki's already at half HP. They still want to go for the fight. It's going to be a 50-50, and it's stolen away by Aki. Highway robbery around the dragon pit as NIP say thanks for the leash and head on out of there at some point. So gonna get a lot of value on that item for solo kill, who hasn't really come online yet in this game from him, but we're expecting to have some really high impact in terms of locking down a priority target in the back line here if they can get onto somebody like a Cream or a Chris. Heading up around the Otacon, they're getting chunked out by it a little bit, as it should be a full response here for top esports to try to can fight back here. Is at half HP already. PP got already chunked rather low. Jackie Love puts out a bit of a chunk, but Leave gets cleansed away from that impale, and Aki still remains alive.
Oh!
But 369, 1v5 into the back line, not gonna find a single kill. It's a double kill for Leave. Public execution on the back line, but Cream's able to eat him out with the Emperor's Divide. Health bars are low on NIP, and they will get away, but it will be top esports able to secure the Otacon.
Dragons, you've got feats of strength, 3 items from Lucian, 2k gold lead. They will be able, hold up.
Oh, here they go, finding the impale, and this time maybe PP God and Leave are in trouble, but they finally are able to get on out of there. 369 on a flank, but he gets fully caught out.
Cream!
But here comes Cream, shuffles Leave in, and that's the main carry for NIP down. So 1-for-1 overall, as still it's solo kill trying to escape. He flashes over the wall, and Jackie Love will try to match.
Anyone, because Milio is around, impale the Milio. And this is exactly what Kanavi did right there. But unfortunately, because Aki was around, Jackie Love could not commit into the E forward. Again, Cream coming in clutch, diving straight into the back line. Top esports push out NIP. They'll take the dragon and they'll take the tower.
He whiffed the Spiraling Despair, but still gonna land a Fear onto Kanavi, and the Skarner will go down at the price of the tower, falling in the mid lane.
Starts running in. There are not big ultimates from the set of top esports, and NIP that's gonna burn through the HP bar.
Burning. It's burning right now. Nature's Wrath comes out to make sure there's no chance at a steal, and Ninjas in Pyjamas get themselves a Baron against top esports. Cream is here. It's a 5v4 though, as Kanavi has just respawned. He's running as fast as he can, but the health bars are low. The true shot barrage from Jackie will take down Aki, and 369 will live. So it is a 1-for-0 in the fight. But
a lot of vision for top esports around both sides, actually behind enemy lines. NIP are gonna take that bot lane tier 1. There is Azir pressuring on the other side of the map, and as you can see, Jackie Love did trim down the wave over in the mid lane as well. So NIP currently do have the Baron, but they only have one lane of assault on the map, and this usually gets very easily.
we get a little bit of a 1v1 up in the top side. Emperor's Divide already used by Cream, and Solo Kill gets himself another solo kill in this series. This time onto the Azir. A big win here for Ninjas in Pyjamas, as now they can send all 5 down to this bottom lane. That tier 2 sure to go down.
And Solo Kill transitioned over in the mid lane as well after the kill. It's a 4 versus 5, but now 2 lanes are going to be pushing for the son of NIP. Multi-threat on the map right here, and only Jackie and Crisp left to defend. They have no wave clear.
And there comes the Nature's Wrath. Aki gonna try to zone out the rest of top esports, and they take from tier 1 all the way to bot lane inhibitor off of this Baron push. Still at a worthy power play here for Ninjas in Pyjamas, but now the question is, can they escape? As Kanavi's looking to long chase here just a little bit. Buffer the ulti like that and make sure that you can't get sent away with those Sand Soldiers. So price of that Baron and the inhibitor in the bot lane here for NIP is they had to reset. They were able to close that gap in the side lane when they did have Baron. And now here comes the fight once again. Aki's gonna be the target here for the Impale, but they don't even feel like using the last breath here. Meanwhile, there's a 1v1 down to the bot lane. That 369 is winning over Solo Kill. He flashes underneath the tier 2 turret and picks it up. That's a big fight in the bot lane that is won by the top esports top laner. With the Baron spawning in 3 seconds, it'll be a numbers advantage for the next few seconds here for top.
Another 1v1. 369 has actually been dominating that 1v1 over in the top lane versus solo kill. 40 CS up. Baron is actually not going down for top esports.
Hey, look at 369. He's just being left to free push on this bot lane without having anybody try to stop him whatsoever. Finally, Doinby will arrive, and that will mean that top esports are going to start up this Baron. They don't burst it down too quickly, and they will peel off of it as soon as the rest of NIP do arrive. They burn the teleport off of solo kill, and that's all the cooldowns that they wanted to take away.
That is actually fantastic right here from top esports, but now NIP have to pressure the issue. They committed the TP. They know they're going to lose in the side lane, so now they have to commit to this Baron.
Yep, solo kill and Doinby are now here at the fight. 369 coming with the teleport. He's going to be late though, as the Baron's already at 4,000 HP. Nature's Grasp comes down. Kanavi's in the pit. Who's gonna get the Baron? It's stolen away by top esports' jungler, and they will collect themselves the buff. 4 and purple here for this team fight.
Oh!
Leave getting targeted out. 369 finds the kill, and now top esports will continue the chase. They're running the wrong way here on the map. RNIP. Solo kill gets sniped out by Jackie. PP and Doinby are on the run. What a fight. What a turnaround for your #1 team in the LPL. It's top esports running away with a clean fight. Only PP God left alive here to try to save this one here for NIP.
Nine has been having a banger of a series. The solo kills, the gold lead, the utilization of a champion that falls off in the early game, finding the angle for the flank, shutting down Leave, and allowing top esports to run away with the Baron, but the entire teamfight win as well. He has been stellar in this series to shut down solo kill, but also translate that lead onto the map. The chase went over to top esports' favor.
And it should be the Cloud Soul as well picked up for top, so they get a huge swing of things here, as it was a 3,000 gold lead for NIP.
A 0 lead to find himself almost on a 4,000 gold lead again, as top esports are going to take their second inhibitor of the game. Only one remaining. They do not have quite
A really good spot for victory in terms of top esports to kind of close this series out. The fight has potentially begun. Aki going to get locked down here by Kanavi just a little bit. But he will back on out. Here comes 369 on the flank though. Doesn't have the dominance up and available just yet. Here comes the Nature's Grasp, is locked down to Kanavi. Leaves still full HP. They do find the Millia with the Impale though, and finally be able to come alive with the Breath of Life. And Leave will find the assassination. A double kill already for the Lucian. And solo kill, doing his best in the backline. 369, not able to do enough. Somehow, some way, it is NIP holding the line, giving a triple kill over to Leave.
fine. Jackie Love is majority of their damage together with Cream,
Keeping
and
the base.
Cream was kept. Post-fix by solo kill on the other side. Now Crispy Cream, oh, Crispy Cream, brother, are gonna try to end
this
the
is
game while
old.
NIP are doing Baron.
They take that first Nexus Tower. I think that's going to be all they want to get with the Baron being claimed here by Leave and Aki. We still got a game here, Trouble,
Oh
as
my
NIP do
God.
not want to get swept by top. Respawn. And so that means there's no super minions left available for anybody here for top esports. Question is, how far forward can NIP go as the Elder Dragon has been started up? Remember, top esports have the soul, but the health bars are already chunked out just a little bit, and the Millia plus the Hwei shielding is keeping them very healthy on the other side. 369 looking for a flank. The Elder Dragon down to 10,000 HP. The True Shot Barrage comes out, chunks PP God to half. As we continue to posture around here, Kanavi jumping over the wall, looking to try to find his way into a potential engage, but he gets locked up by the Nature's Grasp. There comes the Impale, there comes the Emperor's Divide as well, but everybody at NIP is still healthy. Here comes 369, the Elder Dragon is low, but it's stolen away by Aki, and Ninjas in Pyjamas pull off a most improbable comeback here in game number 2. They full ace top esports and will run down mid lane to force a decider.
Leave jumping off of his chair. They know what NIP have done in this game. That's a fair and square game they've played against top esports. And what a fantastic fight. Everyone's objective in the last fight was to keep Kanavi away from smite range, and they did it.
NIP, we're down, but NIP, we're not out. Leave on the Lucian popping off. Aki controlling the entirety of the Rift, and a huge comeback win from Ninjas in Pyjamas as they're looking to pull off the upset of all upsets. Obviously, there are little nuances here or there that favor certain lane matchups for each team. I would say top lane definitely favored towards NIP with this Akali. Cream could have the good opportunity alongside Kanavi to really break open this mid lane.
Safe, but they can also play for side lanes as well, as Aki's gonna greet Kanavi over in the river.
Crab was picked up here by Kanavi regardless. Hero Tetris comes out and forces Kanavi to flash away. And now Cream could be in a little bit of trouble. He goes forward here with the Fate Seals, knowing that PP God is here on the way as well. They lock down Aki and pick up first blood for top Esports. Cream somehow still alive. This Yone just refuses to die as the Glacial Prison comes out from Kanavi. And PP God next on the menu. Another knockup comes through from Crisp. Doinby in a lot of trouble. The Permafrost comes through. And it's going to be Crisp not getting the kill as the tower will force him away, but still a 2-0 for TES. Insane behavior, but something we can expect from Kanavi, I suppose. They're going to run right back to the grubs and pick those up, so top Esports just continuing to dominate on all facets.
It's actually going to get a little bit scary right here, because if Diego does get the reset, talking about resets, hold up. This is might be in trouble. Kanavi's heading up river.
Mobility is on the Diego before you jump right back in with the Heartbreaker will be big as well.
Oh,
and then you're going to try to start up this Dragon. Cream jumping over, but they know that Kanavi's not here, so it should be secured very easily here by NIP. So that's the first objective, first part of the map that they are actually able to claim.
And still, with Kanavi around, they get to push down that tower. PP God has to reset. They're looking for potential knock-up, maybe. The QE lands, but JackeyLove
playing aggressive. Oh, what a flash! In onto JackeyLove, forcing in that killer instinct in from Leave. They go forward, the blade color's big, but it's not big enough. Leave flashes away for the grand entrance and will survive. NIP get on the board at last. Character.
Oh, don't tell me you haven't seen him go all in on Sejuani. He literally just invaded and 1v1 the Viego.
You're right, you're right. His team wants to go for a little bit more this time around. As here comes Solo Kill, finally going to try to find a matchup here into 369. With the help of PP God, he will even up the kill score and continue to allow for NIP to start their way towards a comeback. Fishing just a little bit, but there's no shot that they go in 4v2. Instead, going to be the trade of the Dragon for Herald this time around. And now let's see what NIP can do with it, because they are losing their mid lane tier 1 as a result. I'm sure it was already just one auto attack was being taken down regardless. But if they can burst open a tower, try to get back a little bit of gold, that is going to really help Ninjas in Pyjamas right now, because they are still suffering in terms of just the money that is in favor of top Esports.
So I would like to see NIP actually get a little bit more creative with that Galio ult usage.
Looks like they're going to head right back to this bottom lane, very easily take down that tier 1 turret. Top lane is close to going down as well, so top Esports, you could see with this tier 1 turret going down up top.
Yeah, Cream is Chovin again for this game. And of course, let's not forget feats of strength as well. With the first tower, you're pretty much as much as a kill away or a neutral objective away. Whilst NIP need both to get one for themselves. And 369 is going to be the target for the dive down there, as 4 members of NIP are closing by, as well as the 3-year-old. They've got 5.
Solo Kill starting it off with that perfect execution first proc. Looks like they're going to try to burst down the tower first. No, they're going to instead go right for the Gwen, and they will take him down. We'll see if that means that they're willing to give up this next Dragon potentially spawning in a minute 20, or PP God going to get caught up before then, as he was just trying to ward a little bit, man. And here comes the Hero's entrance in response. Ninjas in Pyjamas looking to try to find the fight as Kanavi is getting targeted. PP God will live, but he finally will go down as he flashes over the wall a little bit too late. Aki, the one to pick up the kill. He gets his first reset here of this fight.
There's nothing top Esports can do to stop this one.
Yeah, this one likely just going to go down. However, it doesn't go down super quickly, but now that Leave has arrived, I think that there is no position where Kanavi will be able to steal this one away. So yes, Otacon going the way of Ninjas in Pyjamas. That is a big win for them.
Top Esports the more for back, the harder to dive. However, if NIP can manage to somehow snowball that lead that they've got over on Akali, play for Solo Kill, play around that side lane, play around that Akali. Says the tail. 10-2 as they find PP God.
Yeah, another time the PP God's been caught out, but the Eclipse healing him up, or keeping him alive for a long time. Finally, Chris going to come in with a quickness. The grand entrance comes out. The Leona is living for so long. Finally, the stray feather from Jackie will be the final blow on to the support for NIP. The response on the other side of the map won't be as much as what top Esports were able to do with 3 grubs. They take down the top lane tier 2. Cream the one to be the big beneficiary of it as the gold continues to stack.
Right, so Top Esports can manage to eliminate PB God from the front line.
Oh.
They eliminate a lot of the pressure as Crisp is on his own.
Aki gets charmed up. Oh, this teleport is aggressive. Coming in from Doinby. He's tanking it up with the Aftershock. Will be able to survive the initial onslaught here with the Permafrost coming through. PP God dashing forward. He likely will be the sacrifice. The solo kill going to try to save this team fight. Jackie Love very low. The perfect execution still to be used. He whiffs it, but still is able to get the kill out of the Zaya. And in comes the backline dive. Solo kill gets another. A knockup comes through from Aki. Cream on the run. It's just the solo laners left alive for Top Esports. The shield has been popped, but the taunt comes through. NIP find 4.
What an incredible fight right here from NIP. Doinby TP'd in the middle of the entirety of Tess. But he's so tanky. The Reef Maker, the fully stacked Rod. Level 15 plus 1 from Rod. 2 points. Sorry, 3 points of that ult as well. And NIP will win the fight, take the Baron.
Continue their momentum here in this game number 3 to build a win streak after their 7-match loss streak. They pick up the second dragon.
These fights for the entirety of this series. And I think if Top Esports want to pull off this win, Cream needs to show up.
Gonna have to. He's in a good position too right now. 3 full items have just been completed here for the Yone. That Infinity Edge going to provide a lot. But it's still looking like NIP could potentially find some good opportunities here. Doinby look for a taunt, but instead is going to get hit up by the Glacial Prison. He's now getting singled out. He's getting targeted. And Cream finds a huge last breath. Here comes Doinby. He's still alive, though, on the backline, but will go down to Cream. 369 has the needlework proc. 310 Top Esports are looking to push forward. PB God is down. Solo kill never found the angle. And a massive loss for Ninjas in Pyjamas.
Top Esports, you see they're trying to establish some vision. I'm very surprised to see Chris walking ahead of Kanavi right there, but PB God might get caught.
PB God, he's the one going forward here with the Zenith Blade. He's going to try to just let Doinby enter the backline with the hero's entrance. Jackie Love already popping that Featherstorm, but Leaf died on the backline. Now it's Cream trying to dash forward, save the fight here for Top Esports, but solo kill comes through and finds a double kill. Now Cream in 369, this lone survivor team for Top. As it's a 3 for 2 overall in favor of NIP. Doinby will go down as the teleport falls short. The last proc of the needlework will do the deed, and Top Esports will hold the line and make it an even numbers fight.
Dragon for Top Esports, and what a fight! I feel like Jackie Love really greeted his ultimate right there when Doinby landed down from his ultimate, as we're gonna see again, I'm assuming in the replay, and goes down, and NIP lose that as the Baron gets started right here, and NIP are gonna have to look for a way. Crisp is looking.
Aki's got to get in there somehow. It's at 3,000 HP. Get in there, Aki. Try to steal it away. No. It's secured by Kanavi. And Aki will go down without picking up a singular reset. Solo kill in some trouble. He dashes in, though. Leaves, somehow finds a double before he hits the grave. But it's not going to matter enough as 369 still up and running. Doinby's in trouble. And it's going to be the fight win for Top Esports.
The quiet carry for Top Esports 369 with an insane series. Hourglass as now 369 and Cream are looking to potentially take double inhibitor right there and leave NIP's base in shambles.
If the waves were in slightly better positions, maybe Top Esports could have ended things, but instead, likely going to be double inhibitors picked up for themselves, or maybe just the one. Cream, in terms of Game 3 victories in the group stage of the LPL split number 2. However, NIP still have something to say about it. PB God whiffs on the solar flare. Teleport coming to the back line from Doinby. Will use that hero's entrance, but it's only going to knock up Kanavi. Can they try to lock down the Sejuani? Instead is Cream going forward to Fate Sealed, but going back, it is 369 who ends up going down a solo kill, and the numbers advantage now in favor of Ninjas in Pyjamas.
Oh, Doinby!
He flashes forward, finds the taunt of the Cream. Oh, look at Jackie Love. Jackie's untouched. Jackie's popping off. And Cream's here to save it as well. Jackie Love on the Zaya, the hero at the end of the day. It's an ace picked up for NIP. And they will march down the bottom lane and put an end to NIP.
No one gets to play Jackie Love skin versus Jackie Love and live to tell the tale. For 3 team fights back to back to back, a different carry from Top Esports has showed up to help them take that series to an end finally.
Another Game 3, but another win for Top Esports. And NIP might be looking better, but they still are not the best, and that is what TES are right now. 11-2 here in the second round robin. They bounce right back from their loss against AL. And Top Esports wins the series 2-1 over Ninjas and Pyjamas in their home arena.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.